As day 2 dawns, we're nearing the Italian coast. Many are still struggling with sleep, but the Orthodox Jews are getting up and saying their morning prayers, and a few of us with some help from coffee are doing the same. Soon we're flying over the Greek Isles, and we can look on the map and see which ones. But mainly it's just cloud cover. And then there it is, the Israeli coast and Tel Aviv. At the beginning of the 20th century, there was nothing here. Now we have this modern Israeli city spreading out everywhere. As we fly over it, we go out into the country, but the airport is not in the city itself. And then it's time to land. And we have arrived in Israel at Ben Gurion Airport. As we walk through the halls, we start to see antiquities, such as mosaic floors hanging on the wall. We pass through passport control and then join with the rest of our group. Joining us from Mississippi, Georgia, and Louisiana will be people from Missouri, Michigan, West Virginia, and California. There'll be 28 of us all together on our bus. We find our bus, load our luggage, get on the bus, and meet our guide, who will introduce himself, and our bus driver also.
My name is Najati Tahan. I'm from Jerusalem. You can always call me Mike. Najati, meaning the Savior in Arabic. It's a very rare name. And also Tahan, meaning Miller. So I have a cousin on my bus, I think. I heard the name Miller.
Miller, yes. Bus. Okay? For the bus is Misbah, means the light. Misbah is an Arabic name. Misbah is a Palestinian as well as I am from Jerusalem.
And then we head off to explore Israel. It'll be a 2.5-hour drive to get to Tiberias. We'll take Highway 6 up the western side of the coastal plain. Then we'll take 65 through Wadi Ara. As we enter the Jezreel Valley, we'll pass Megiddo on our left, go through Afula, skirt around Mount Tabor, take Highway 77 past the Horns of Haddon, and we'll approach Tiberias from the west.
2 hours. Let's say 2.5 hours with the traffic. That's it. That's actually the borders. So we're actually leaving Ben Gurion Airport.
There is so much history that we will be passing that Mike will be sharing almost constantly about something.
You will see kind of variations as well. The Mediterranean Sea, which
As we drive along, to the left will be the coastal plain, and to the right will be the Shephelah area, the foothills of Judea. As you can see, there are many rocks. This is actually the route that the Via Maris would have taken during Jesus' time. As we travel along, we'll see many villages and towns, and many will have mosques, such as this green domed one with its minaret. Each minaret will mark a mosque. We see very few sheep and goats during our travels, which is interesting. As we enter Wadi Ara, we'll see many mosques around. Must be a large Muslim population. This is the way Thutmose III came in and attacked Megiddo almost 3,500 years ago. This little valley, as it runs through the Mount Carmel, gets a whole lot of traffic. Let's sit back and look at some of the sights as we drive by.
certainly
The
on
trees
one.
of righteousness planted by God's own hand, that He may be glorified.
Although it's sometimes hard to tell whether you have painted concrete or limestone, it's interesting to note that the different limestones have different color. Those from Bethlehem are pink in color, those from the Negev are yellow, and those from around Jerusalem are white, so you can tell where the limestone came from. We also have another interesting installation on the roof of many Israeli homes. They're water heaters. They heat most of their water by solar energy. As we near the eastern end of Wadi Ara, it tends to narrow down even more, and the road does also. There's less houses here, and a traffic jam ensues. As we enter the Jezreel Valley, we will drive by Nain, and for the first time we run into a place that has an association with Jesus. One day there was a funeral happening. As Jesus walked by, life ran into death. Life won. And then across the Jezreel Valley, this breadbasket of the nation of Israel, we'll see the flat land here. Before entering into the Galilee, the rolling hills around the Sea of Galilee. Let's take a moment to drive through here and look.
عيوني شايلها روحي بحبها يا ناس والها وبرمش عيوني شايلها وحق اللي شال السما قلبي بهواها ارتمى.
And then as we approach Tiberias, we pass the Horns of Hattin. This is the area where Saladin drew out the Crusader army and decisively defeated them, ending the 100-year reign of the Crusaders in Israel. And then we top a hill, and there is the Sea of Galilee in all its glory. We'll be looking at it from many different angles in the next few days. Let's take a little bit of time to drive down to Tiberias on the shore and see it. And then we enter Tiberias, this city that cascades down the hill that surrounds the Sea of Galilee. And Tiberias is a city of contrast. There's a very modern area, but there's also old ruins here from the time of Jesus and from Crusader times. I'll come back and look at the ruins another day. Then we drive past the cemetery, on down to the water park, on the beach, drive along the beach, and end up at the Royal Plaza Hotel. This will be our hotel for while we stay in the Galilee. Here's our room in Tiberias, and this is our balcony. It seems we've got the best view in the hotel over the Sea of Galilee. And then it's time to go down and eat supper. And then we head down to the sea for a look at Tiberias for the night. And that ends day 2. And